Very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to class 11th economics. So we are doing statistics and today we are starting a new chapter, that is presentation of data. Presentation of data, as earlier to this, we have already covered the chapter organization of data, where I told you that there is a need to organize the data once it is collected, because that data is always collected in raw form, right? And raw data is never ever useful. So we should arrange that data so that it becomes useful for the other statistical studies. Same way, once the data is organized, the next step comes here is the presentation of data. That means after the organizing, you need to present the data. And we can do presentation of data in various ways. Like we can make the tables, we can present the data through the graphs, we can present the data through the diagrams, pie charts, and bar graphs. So many other options are there by which we can present the data. So presentation of data is basically a method by which the people organize, summarize, and communicate the information using variety of tools such as tables, graphs, and diagrams. And it is of course very much necessary to present the data, because if you present the data, actually then only you will be able to actually have a complete view, that after presenting the data, it will become easy to hold the statistical study. So presentation of data can be done in twice a way: tabular presentation as well as visual presentation. Tabular presentation is simple, where we simply say that in the form of tables. Everyone open your cameras, all of you. So we can simply say that in the form of tables, the data will be present. Table means definitely there is a view that you have made one table, and in that table only you are actually presenting the data. That is basically known as presentation of data through a tabular form or in the form of a table. For example, if I say that you have been provided one of the data where you have collected the information of your school, of your classmates, that what amount of pocket money the people are receiving each month, right? For example, I just annotate here. See, suppose if I'm saying that there is Mr. A, Mr. B, Mr. C, Mr. D, and Mr. E. So there are 5 people in your class, those who are the classmates. Mr. A is getting 100 rupees as a pocket money each month. Mr. B is getting 110. Mr. C is getting, suppose, 140. Mr. D is getting 80 rupees. Mr. E is getting 100 rupees. So this is basically the data which you have just collected, that the people are getting this much of data, this much of pocket money from their parents each month. This is simply the collection of data. This is nothing much, but this is ultimately, this is simply the collection of data, that the data which you have collected. And you know, it is in the raw form. Why it is in the raw form? Because it have not been arranged. How it will be arranged? We have learned in the previous chapter now how it will be arranged. Like we can make a series by 100 pocket money. 100 se pehle we can see 80 also. 100 ke baad we have 110 and 140. And we can write the frequency against corresponding to that pocket money which they are getting. Like 80 pocket money, 80 is being received by only one student. Pocket money rupees 100 received from by 2 students. Pocket money 110 in the question received by only one student, and pocket money 140 also received by the one student. Which means what we have now done here, earlier we collected the data. This was the first stage. This was nothing, but this was the first stage. In the second stage, what we did, we organized the data. Organized matlab we make a table. We have made a table. We have organized the data in the form of the X and the frequency. This is the second stage. Now, what will be the third stage? Third stage will be actually the stage of presenting this data in the form of some graphs. This is the presenting the data in the form of some graph. The question arises how? See, I'm making one graph here on your screen only. Just have a look. I'm making the graph here only. You will be just it is for some reference purpose that how to make a graph. See, suppose in this I am going to make the data in a way, the third stage I'm telling you. Let's make one bar graph. How you are making the bar graph now? Pocket money on the x-axis, the pocket money 80 you are taking here. 80 is being taken by one student. Then again, 100 is for the two students, 110. So this way we'll make. I'll be explaining this bar graph in the detail because I've just started this chapter. I'll be telling you in detail, but just have a look that these are the three stages. These are the three stages. In the first stage, what we did? In the first stage, we simply collected the data. In the second stage, we organized the data. And in the third stage, we present the data. So this is the case which we are taking in this chapter, right? So the chapter is, of course, presentation of data. There can be the tabular presentation. Tabular presentation means when will be presented in the form of a table. Whenever the data is presented in the form of a table. Suppose in my class, there are 40 students. So I can make a tabular presentation that a class of 40 students, these are the total 40 students which I'm writing here. 40 students, how many are males, how many are females? So I can divide it in the table, how many are males and how many are females, right? Again, in the males also, I can further divide it into that how many are below 16, because some of you may have the age of 15 or 16. Some of you might have been above 16. So I can just simply divide it. That is also one of the tabular presentation only. So just have a look here. Tabular presentation, that means whenever data is being presented in the form of tables, that is absolutely known as the tabular presentation. And when we talk about the visual presentation, so visual presentation is simply which we can observe, which we can see, which gives a visual impact on my mind. Like just having a look at the graph, I can just have a point at my mind that yes, अच्छा तो ये data इसके बारे में reflect कर रहा है. Same way, just having a glance at the pie chart, you will definitely come to know about that what pie chart is reflecting. That is the visual presentation. That can be in the form of graphs, like we will further study about this graphical presentation, such as the data can be presented in the form of graphs. Graphs means such as we can say simple bar diagram, multiple bar diagram, right? Or it can be in the form of a diagrammatical presentation. Diagrammatical presentation like in the form of various ogive curves, like we have the less than ogive curves, we have the more than ogive curves, cumulative frequencies curves, or we have in fact the circle graph, or we also known as pie chart, right? Now, what do you think? What are the uses of presentation of data? Why do we present the data? You know, if one data is just given to you without being presented, the raw data has been given to you, it will be really complex to understand that raw data. For example, if I say that how many marks have been gained by different students in economics in my class in term one, right? So if I just get to know about the that roll number 1 has scored 20 out of 30, roll number 2 has scored 23 out of 30, roll number 3 has scored 25 out of 30. It is really complex for me for such a data that I'm just collecting it for the raw purpose. No, what I should do, I should definitely first arrange that data, make the slabs, na? 0 to 10, how many students have got 0 to 10? 10 to 20, how many students have got 10 to 20? Even further, if you want to divide it more, you can write it as 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, because it will definitely give you a greater impact. Once you will divide it into various slabs, you will quickly able to know, oh, 5 students got 25 out of 30. Don't you think I would be quickly getting to know about how many have achieved 90% and above? At a glance only through the graph, through the presentation of data. Otherwise, if I would have not made that data into a simple way, definitely in my mind, it would be like, which data, I mean, my mind will say that how many people have scored 90 and above. I have to check individually from roll number 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be really that how I'm going to actually, make out of it. So definitely in that case, we can simply say presentation of data is absolutely useful for the better understanding, for the easy understanding of the subject and topic. Same way, it provides first-hand information about the data. You can easily come to know about the first-hand information of data. That for example, if you can see this pie chart on your screen, आपके screen पे बेटे horizontal pie chart is there. You can see that at a glance, what we observe, item C has the least impact, whereas item D has the more impact, more input. At a glance पता चल गया ना मुझे, यानी कि I got the first hand information from the data which is presented on my screen. Same way, it is helpful in future analysis. Whatever future analysis you have to do, or whatever comparisons you have to make, it is helpful for you also. Easy for making comparisons, easy for making the comparisons also, and it's very attractive because somehow you color it, you make designs out of it. So it's very attractive to make the presentation of data, and it's very easy to get to know about it. So the first is the tabular presentation, or which we call tabulation. It is a systematic and logical arrangement of classified data in rows and columns. रॉज में कॉलम्स में जब डाटा को टेबल की फॉर्म में प्रेजेंट किया जाता है, इट इज नोन एज टैबुलेशन. For example, you all know that we people make the tabulation of your marks. We people make the tabulation of your result, which we make the result sheet in Excel. That is also the tabulation of data, where with the use of different rows and columns, we are presenting the data in a. I'm just showing you one of the example of the tabulation, like we people make for you. Have a look. Let me see. Let me pin my screen. You will be able to see it. Have a look at it. This is the tabulation. How do we say that this is the tabulation? Because with the use of different columns, these are the columns. See, these are the different columns. So with the use of different columns, and of course, with the use of different rows, these are the rows. So with the use of different columns and with the use of different rows, we have presented the complete data. This is the complete data which have been presented. See, class 11th B, and marks have been written as English, Maths, Economics, DST, Accounts, IP, Painting, and Physical Education. So this you can see is the basically rows जहाँ पे marks subjects लिखे हैं. And bete, where you are seeing that student name is written? Student name is written na? Ashima, Aditya, Anirudh, Anish, Anshul, Apeksha, Arnav. These are the columns. ये सब आपकी columns. These are the columns. All right. So this is called the tabular presentation. इसी को बेटे हम बोलते हैं tabular presentation. इसी को हम कहते हैं tabular presentation, where the data is actually presented in the of tables, and in the tables what we are using, we are of course using the rows and columns. Have a look on your screen. What sport do you play? Sport and the people. Saucer खेलने वाले 106 people are there. Tennis के लिए 45, gymnastics 54, 82 for swimming, 68 for track. This is of course called the tabulation. What is the significance of tabulation? It simplifies the complex data in the form of rows and columns. We simplify it. Unnecessary details and repetitions of data can be avoided and can be caught also. पकड़ा जा सकता है अगर कोई repeat हो रहा है data. Facilitates comparison. I can easily compare it ना. Subject wise also I could easily compare it. इस बच्चे के English में इतने हैं, Science में इतने हैं, हिंदी में इतने हैं, Maths में. I can compare it also. It facilitates comparison के बाद gives identity to data. That what is this? This is the class list, marks list of class 11th B. Reveals pattern with the figures which cannot be seen in the narrative form. So ultimately, we can present the figures in a proper way, and in narration, it would be so hard to, write the complete text. So definitely, tabular presentation is required. Rules for making the tabulation: it should have a table number. Whenever you are making a table, please mention the table number. Table number 1, table number 2.1, table number 3.1. It should have a table number. Title should be there, what it is reflecting, like it is reflecting class 11th B marks list, right? So title should be there. Concise होना चाहिए and should be explanatory. Explain कर दे क्या चीज है और it should be concise. मतलब it should be small title. It should not be so long title. ठीक? Contents of the table should be defined clearly. What you are mentioning, names of the students, subjects, marks, everything should be given proper. Subtitle should be mentioned with columns and rows. Like column की heading I have put here, column की heading I have put here. Column का heading क्या है? Subjects. और रो का कॉलम, रो का हेडिंग क्या है? उनके नेम्स, बच्चों के स्टूडेंट्स नेम्स. Then group intervals in columns and rows should neither be too narrow or too wide. They should also be mutually exclusive. Means अगर आप मर्जिंग कर रहे हैं कुछ कॉलम्स की, कुछ हेडिंग का मर्जिंग कर रहे हैं, तो वो इक्वली मर्जिंग होना चाहिए बेटे. Unit of measurement must be mentioned clearly wherever necessary. Suppose if some item is in kilograms, weight is in kilograms, so mention there kg, in kg, so that mentioned hona chahiye that it is in kg. Any short form or symbol, if used, should be mentioned in the footnote. अगर आपने कोई भी abbreviation use की है, if any short form or any symbol is used, please mention that in the footnote. Footnote के अंदर वो लिखना बहुत जरूरी है. No place should be left in the body of tables. Body of tables में nothing should be blank. You should write everything in that. And there should be logical arrangement of data in the table. Logical arrangement of data means whenever you are making the data, please make it so logically. Illogically data table na bana ke, make it a little logical table that it should be understandable. Please make this format in your notebook. Everybody, make this format in your notebook. Table number, then there should be row heading, column heading, row entries, body of the table. Total should be mentioned. If the data reflects any quantitative aptitude, the total should be mentioned on row and column, both the sides. Any abbreviation used, footnote should be given, and source from where you have collected the data, that must be mentioned in the source column also. I request everyone to please make this body of the table in the notebook. Okay, moving further. Precautions while before making the table. Table should suit the size of the paper. Of course, it's very normal point. Caption and stub. Captions and stub means row heading and columns heading should be arranged in some systematic order. We will do the questions related to this. Unit of measurement should be clearly defined. If it is in rupees, if it is in kilograms, whatever, that should be written on the table. Figures should be rounded to avoid unnecessary details in the table. Round off कर सकते हैं figures को. And footnote to this effect should be given. लेकिन नीचे mention करना है if you have rounded off the figures, mention in the footnote that you have rounded the figures. ठीक? Now types of tables and all the things we will definitely do in the next class.